I just wanted to give everybody an update on what happened yesterday with Kingston. Basically, he had not been feeling well for about 2 days, to the point where he had to be force-fed food and syringed water for about 5 days. He was just a little bit lethargic, a little less active than they were normally used to seeing him. So when I got the text message, can I take him to the vet, I knew this wasn't going to be good, especially because I had a dream a couple nights back that I went to his previous owner and let her know that she can't have Kingston back because he's not better, unless we consider crossing the Rainbow Bridge better. So after an evaluation, there's no firm diagnosis, but when he got picked off the street, we took him to the emergency vet first, and they did some x-rays, and he had an old gunshot wound like in his high shoulder, and he had very recent head trauma, and so that was causing the gurgling in his throat, that was causing bleeding out of his nose, and all we could really do was try to treat the symptoms, and hope that his brain and his head healed itself, but that didn't work. It was clear just looking at him that he had really given up. He was done. He was in a lot of pain. He was miserable. So we helped him cross that bridge as the really only compassionate thing we could do. Any other treatments would have involved him being isolated and kenneled and run through a battery of tests, and the prognosis was still pretty bad. So he did know love and air conditioning and good food before the end of his life, so of course that's always a positive. And we still have Ella and Piper, who are getting better every day. Piper is loving her playtime with the other dogs, and Ella will come up to a human for treats. So we've got really good things going on there. I would love to see them in a foster home so they can really get daily human interaction and understand what living in a house instead of under a house is like. So if you are interested in fostering, if you've ever considered it, if one of your dogs just got adopted and so you have a little extra space, you'd be their angel. You can apply, just use the adoption application and specify that you want to foster at almosthomekennel.org. So let's get Ella and Piper all situated, especially now that they're doing so much better. And rest well in heaven there, Kingston.